Hello everyone, and welcome to the funniest two-man stories told by you guys. Please enjoy, maybe grab some snacks, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Tyler hits me up. Yo, you down for a two-man?
I figure, why not? Meet at the mall, see how it goes, and right when we show up, I spot them. Two girls walking towards us, and I immediately think, oh man, these girls are bad as hell. Snow bunnies energy all the way. White coats,
Perfectly styled hair, like they just stepped out of a magazine. Tyler's grinning like a fool, clearly noticing the same thing, trying to act casual but failing. We start walking around, hitting up some stores, joking, vibing. Tyler's doing his usual awkward funny guy stuff, tripping over himself, making weird jokes, while I try not to sweat it. The girls laughing at him, rolling their eyes, clearly entertained. Eventually, we hit the food court. Tyler's hyped. The girls are chill. I'm just trying not to embarrass myself. We order some food, sit down, and for a second, it's perfect. Snacks, laughs, casual conversation. Finally, a two-man going smoothly. Then, we head back to Tyler's place. And this is where it all goes sideways. Tyler, in peak brainlessness, decides to invite a few friends over. Next thing I know, random people start showing up. Some guy brought a dog. Someone else a speaker blasting terrible music. Tyler's showing them around like he owns a nightclub. Meanwhile, the girls are trying to stay chill, but clearly low-key judging the chaos, giving me looks like, how did we get dragged into this mess? One of them laughs and tosses her hair unimpressed, but still having fun. And Tyler's in the corner, counting imaginary money, explaining to everyone why the two-man is exclusive. By the end of the night, food everywhere. The apartment smells like fries and spilled soda, and I'm just sitting there thinking, never let Tyler handle logistics. But also, low-key legendary. So, me and my best friend Derek matched with these two girls on an app. Let's call them Sophia and Isabella. Both 4 feet 11, petite little firecrackers, full Latina energy. Dark hair, big brown eyes, curves for days, even at that height. They were hilarious in the chats, sending voice notes with that spicy accent, calling us tall gringos, and roasting our profiles. We thought we hit the jackpot. We planned a chill double date at this trendy rooftop bar downtown. Derek and I show up early, feeling smooth. Sophia and Isabella roll up looking like they stepped out of a music video. Tight jeans, crop tops, heels that still left them tiny next to us. Instant vibe. They're laughing, touching our arms, the whole flirty package. Drinks start flowing. Stories about growing up in big families, dancing bachata in the kitchen, all that. Everything's going great until we decide to take things back to Derek's apartment for more drinks and music. Bad idea. We get there, put on some reggaeton, and the girls start dancing. These two 4'11" pocket rockets are grinding like it's a club. Sophia's on me, Isabella on Derek, low, slow, hands everywhere. It's getting freaky fast. I'm thinking, this is it, legendary night. Derek's grinning like an idiot. Then it goes wrong. Sophia suddenly stops, looks up at me way up, and goes, "Wait, you smell like my ex." I'm like, "What?" She sniffs my shirt again. "No, for real. That cologne, that's exactly what Marco used." Isabella hears and bursts out laughing. "Girl, stop." But wait. She turns to Derek, sniffs his neck, and her face drops. Ay, Dios mío. You use the same body wash as my cousin's baby daddy. The mood dies instantly. Now both girls are comparing notes in rapid Spanish, pointing at us like we're suspects in a lineup. Sophia's like, "They even have the same dumb chain necklace vibe. We both wore similar silver chains. Okay, it was a phase." Derek tries to salvage it by putting on more music and suggesting we play Never Have I Ever. Big mistake. First round, Sophia says, Never have I ever hooked up with someone who reminded me of my ex. We all drink. Awkward. Then Isabella. Never have I ever been on a double date where the guys smell like our past traumas. Derek and I drink. The girls are dying laughing at our expense. It gets freakier in the worst way when Sophia climbs on the couch because she's 4 feet 11. It needs the boost to demonstrate how her ex used to dance with her. She's doing this full body roll thing right in front of me, but narrating it like a comedy bit. And then he'd grab my waist like this. But you're taller, so it's all wrong. Isabella joins in, trying to fix Derek's dancing by physically maneuvering him. But she's so short, she ends up face planting into his chest and yelling, "Ay, these gringos are built like trees." Next thing we know, they're teaching us how to salsa. But it's turning into this chaotic, handsy mess. 1 minute they're grinding back to back on us. The next, they're arguing in Spanish about whose ex was worse while still kinda dancing on us. It's freaky because their energy is 100% sexual, but hilarious because it's all mixed with roasting us and trauma dumping about short girl problems apparently reaching shelves, and kissing tall guys is a whole saga. The final nail, Derek's cat jumps on the couch during one of the demonstration dances. Sophia screams like it's a rat, leaps into my arms, she's light as hell. And I'm suddenly holding this tiny, furious Latina while Isabella is cracking up and trying to pet the cat, but it hates her too. We end the night with all 4 of us eating leftover pizza on the floor. Girls still in our laps, but now just bullying us about our ex-cologne while blasting Bad Bunny. No hookups, just pure chaos. Moral of the story, never wear the same cologne body wash as their exes on a double date. And never underestimate how much chaos 2 4'11" Latinas can bring in one night. So, me and my idiot best friend Tyler had been snapping with these 2 girls for a couple weeks. Let's call them Aiko and Hada. Both super petite, like 5 feet 0, on a good day, with that cute but deadly energy. Long dark hair, big smiles, and the kind of playful vibe that had us acting stupid. They were sending us videos of them dancing around their apartments to K-pop and J-pop, calling us tall oppa in the cutest accents, hyping us up non-stop. We were hooked bad. Big problem? We both had girlfriends. Mine, Jess, was supposedly on a girls' weekend. Tyler, Sarah, was visiting family. We figured one sneaky night of just drinks and vibes wouldn't hurt anybody. We told the girls we were single and set up a chill spot at this lounge that turns into a club later. Aiko and Hana show up looking like trouble in the best way. Tight outfits that showed off their tiny frames, heels that still left them looking up at us, smelling sweet and dangerous. They waste no time getting flirty, climbing into our laps because we're too short to see anything otherwise, whispering stuff in our ears during the music, doing these slow little dance moves that had the whole vibe turning freaky fast, and sliding around, them grinding back to back on us like it was their own private show. Tyler and I are grinning like fools thinking this is the ultimate sneaky win. Everything feels perfect until it isn't. Midnight hits. The lounge lights suddenly crank up bright. A spotlight slams on our table. Out of nowhere, a full camera crew storms in. Multiple cameras rolling, a sound guy, even a director yelling action. Aiko and Hana jump up, still looking tiny, but now way too smug and coordinated, cracking up. Plot twist, Aiko is actually just his little sister. Hana is Sarah's roommate from college. The whole thing was a sting operation from day one. Jess and Sarah stroll in right behind the crew, arms crossed, smirking like they just won the Super Bowl. Jess hits me with, "Surprise, babe. How's that working late going?" Sarah lays into Tyler, "Family visit, huh? These petite dancers must have been worth risking it all." The 2 girls are high-fiving each other, dying laughing. Aiko looks up at me, still having to tilt her head way back, and says in that sweet but savage tone, "You really believed we didn't know about your girlfriends?" We had you two wrapped around our fingers for weeks just for this moment. Cameras are capturing everything. Our faces going pale, Tyler trying to duck behind a bar stool which doesn't work because he's tall and the stool is tiny. Me fumbling for words while Hannah is still half draped over my lap like old habits die hard. It's straight up reality TV ambush energy. Jess pulls out her phone and starts playing the compilation of all our thirsty snaps and messages we sent to single Aiko and Hannah. The whole lounge starts whooping and clapping. Some dude yells, "Got him!" Even in the middle of getting destroyed. Aiko and Hannah kept the chaotic flirty energy going. Hannah climbs up on a chair. Short girl tacks to get right in Tyler's face and teases. Admit it though, the dancing was fire, right? While the cameras zoom in. Aiko leans in close enough for the mic to catch and whispers loud, "Tell your girlfriend we almost had you doing couple dances in the back. We got marched out of there like criminals on a walk of shame." Jess made me carry all their stuff while she, Sarah, Aiko, and Hannah jumped on a group call replaying the footage and cackling the whole way home. Tyler and I are deep in the doghouse. Our girlfriends are editing the prank. Video faces blurred for now and making us watch it as punishment. The girls are still texting the group chat, roasting us about how easily we fell for the petite, cute girl trap. Moral of the story, if two petite Asian girls are coming on that strong and smooth with the dancing and lap sitting, double check if they're connected to your actual girlfriend. And never lie about being single when the setup crew is this organized. So me and my best friend Mike matched with these two girls on an app. Let's call them Yuna and Sora. Both petite, around 5'0". Super cute with long straight hair, big expressive eyes, and that playful flirty energy that had us ignoring every red flag. They were sending voice notes with soft accents, inviting us over to their shared apartment for drinks, music, and vibes, because we hate going out to crowded bars. We thought we hit the jackpot. No public risk, just low-key fun. We show up at their place, this cute little 2-bedroom apartment with fairy lights and K-pop posters everywhere. Yuna and Sora greet us at the door looking extra dangerous. Tiny shorts, crop tops, barefoot because they're already short enough. They immediately start the flirty chaos, pulling us inside, making us sit on the couch, while they accidentally end up in our laps because there's no space, whispering jokes in our ears, and putting on music that has them doing these slow, body-rolling dances right in front of us. Hands wandering a bit, hips moving way too close, the whole vibe turning freaky in that playful, we're just having fun way. Mike's grinning like an idiot. I'm thinking this is peak sneaky success. We're all laughing, drinks flowing, them climbing over us on the couch like it's their personal playground. Sora's doing this little grind thing while narrating it like, this is how we dance at home. And Yuna keeps teasing you. Tall guys make us feel even smaller. It's cute. It's getting heated but still chaotic fun. Then, he's in the door. The front door flies open and two massive guys barge in, their boyfriends. One's built like a linebacker, the other looks like he lives at the gym. Both pissed off, faces red, yelling in a mix of English and what sounded like Korean Japanese. What the hell is this? Who are these clowns in our apartment? Yuna and Sora freeze for half a second, then try the innocent act. Babe, it's not what it looks like. They're just friends. But the boyfriends aren't buying it. One spots Mike with Sora basically still half draped over him. The other sees me with Yuna's hand on my chest from the dance lesson. They go full rage mode, shouting about inviting random dudes over while we're at work and knocking over a lamp in the process. Mike and I lock eyes, pure panic. These dudes are huge and super mad. One's already cracking his knuckles like he's in a movie. We bolt. I yell run like a dumbass, and we both scramble off the couch. The coffee table goes flying, drinks spilling everywhere. Yuna and Sora are yelling, wait, stop, but also kinda laughing nervously like they know they started some shit. The boyfriends charge after us. The escape is pure comedy chaos. We sprint through the tiny living room. Mike tries to hurdle the couch but trips over one of the girls' heels and face plants into a pile of throw pillows. I make it to the kitchen first, but the boyfriend behind me is gaining. I grab a bag of chips and yeet it behind me like it's a smoke grenade. It explodes everywhere, chips flying like confetti, slowing him down for 2 seconds while he slips on them. Sora yells, "Not the snacks!" while our boyfriend is cursing in 2 languages. We hit the hallway. Mike slams the bedroom door behind us for a second of delay, but it's the girls' room, and there's clothes and plushies everywhere. We almost die slipping on a rogue stuffed animal. One boyfriend is banging on the door yelling, "Come out here," while the other is circling around for the living room. We finally spot the balcony door. It's a first-floor apartment with a low railing. Mike goes first, vaults over like a scared cat, lands in some bushes. I follow, but my foot catches, and I eat Bert right next to him, rolling like an idiot. We hear the front door slam and heavy footsteps coming around the building. There they are, adrenaline hits. We take off running through the apartment complex like it's a bad spy movie, dodging cars, jumping over flower beds, Mike yelling, "Left, no, right," while we're both in socks now because shoes got left behind in the chaos. The boyfriends chase us for 2 blocks, still shouting threats, until we finally lose them by cutting through a random backyard and hiding behind a dumpster like true cowards. We ended up calling an Uber from a gas station 2 miles away, barefoot, covered in dirt and chip crumbs, looking like we just survived war.
Did you enjoy the stories? Want more videos like this? Make sure to like and subscribe for more content.